I feel like I haven't made a video in like years, but I think it's only been like over a month. It's been a while, but hey, we back. You feel me? There's no better time to be back than now because the playoffs are right around the corner. Tomorrow is the last day of the regular season. Every team has played 81 games. Every single NBA team will play tomorrow. Every single team in the East is playing at 1 o'clock. Every single team in the West is playing at 3:30. So it's gonna be a fun and exciting day. But welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Any and all help is and any and all support and help is very much appreciated. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the standings because if you look at the standings, I'm gonna have the standings, here somewhere in the video. Don't forget to edit it in. Future self, I'm talking to you. Don't forget to put the standings on the sides. But the standings are not set basically in either conference. There's only two. There's only two that are for sure set, and that's the 4-5 matchup in the West. Clippers 4, Dallas 5. They will meet each other in the first round of the playoffs again for like the third time in the past few years. But that's set. Even if Dallas, who's 5, wins tomorrow and the Clippers lose, the Clippers will stay at 4. The Mavericks will stay at 5. They don't have nothing to play for tomorrow. And then the Boston Celtics, who's like, I don't know, they're 64 and I don't know, 17 or whatever. Like, they're just like 13, 14 games above the second seed right now, who is right now the Milwaukee Bucks. They're the only two instances of standings that really are for sure locked in. Everything else is a whole. It's a lot, but we're gonna go through it as best as we can. I'm not gonna go through I'm gonna go through all the playoff scenarios. But there's a lot of like mathematical stuff. I ain't gonna get into all of it, but we gonna break it down. All right, I got it all right here, Okay, look, the Miami Heat. We're gonna start with them first. Obviously, they're my team, my favorite team, so we're gonna start off with them first. Miami is the 8th seed in the East. So right now, the Magic are 5. The Pacers are 6. Philadelphia is 7, and Miami is 8. Now, as a fan, you just the play-in tournament is just, it's too much variance to really like play around with it because it's one game. You never know what can happen in one game. So at least you want to get out the play-in tournament. Now, Miami mathematically can still get up to 5, even though they're the 8th seed. They can still get up to 5, but they need a lot to break right for them. Miami's 8. If the Pacers, Sixers, and Magic all lose, Miami automatically jumps to the 5th seed. That's crazy, right? But they will have the tiebreaker. They will have the tiebreaker in terms of conference record, and they will win their division. The Magic and the Heat obviously are in the Southeast division. Miami will win that division. If they win and Orlando and the Pacers and the Sixers all lose, they all need to lose in order for Miami to get the 5th spot. That one is kind of unlikely. Now, if Miami wants to still get out the play-in tournament, get the 6th seed, the Magic still need to lose, and they need either one of the Pacers or the Sixers to lose. They don't need both to lose. They need the Magic to definitely lose. The Magic 100% have to lose if Miami wants to get the 6th seed. But they also have to have one of the Pacers or the Sixers to lose. One of. The problem is why that's also kind of a long shot to me personally is the Magic play the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, the Milwaukee Bucks, they do have stuff to play for. We'll get into them later. The Sixers play the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets suck, so I don't expect them to lose. And the Pacers play Atlanta, and Atlanta is stuck in the 10th spot for the 9-10 playoff matchup with the Bulls. They technically don't have anything to play for either, so I'm not sure if the Atlanta Hawks will play their stars or not. Trae Young just came back from injury against Minnesota yesterday, so maybe he plays, maybe not. I guess we'll find out. The Sixers and the Pacers seem to kind of have easy matchups. I did see before I started recording that the Milwaukee Bucks are going to play Damian Lillard, and in order to secure the second seed, and Chris Middleton will play. Obviously, Giannis is out because of the calf strain, so that's kind of a big blow, but it seems like the Stars will play for, obviously, Orlando, but for the Milwaukee Bucks, because Milwaukee is trying to get the second seed. But yeah, that's basically, if Miami, Miami absolutely needs to win. They play the Raptors again. They played the Raptors yesterday. They'll play the Raptors again tomorrow. Obviously, the Raptors are not good. They're purposefully trying to lose to get their draft pick. But Miami absolutely needs to win at the very least. If they don't, then they're just going to be stuck in the 8th seed, and then they'll have to go on the road to play the 7-8 matchup, whether it's Philly or or Indiana. But that's their pathway. If you want to get the 6th seed, you first and foremost have to win your game, because that's what's in your control. You can't control the other games. You win your game against Toronto, and you hope Orlando loses and one of Pacers and Sixers lose. That's how you get out the play-in tournament. Okay, so there's that. But the Magic, I said Miami can finish 5th. Orlando can finish 8th. They can knock all the way down to 8th. The Pacers can be 5, 6, or 7. I'm not sure if they can. I don't think they can be 8. The Sixers can also be 5, 6, or 7, depending on obviously wins and losses and stuff like that. So, as a whole big pile up at the 6, 7, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we'll see tomorrow. Who ends up getting out the play-in tournament. Next up is the 3-way tie for the number 1 seed. I actually saw today that this is the first time in NBA history that the top 3 teams in the conference all have the exact same record fighting for the number 1 seed. Okay? Now, OKC currently is the number 1 seed, Minnesota is the number 2 seed, and Denver is the number 3 seed. If Denver wants the number 1 seed, they need to win, and OKC and Minnesota need to lose. OKC has the head-to-head tiebreaker. Their tiebreaker, they're up 2-1 against Denver, meaning they've beat Denver 2 times, and Denver has beaten them 1 time. Denver needs both of them to lose. I think Minnesota also has a tiebreaker against Denver, which is why it's important for both of them to lose and not just one. Now, OKC has a tiebreaker overall, so if they win, I'm pretty sure they'll get the number 1 seed no matter what. For Minnesota to get the number 1 seed, they have to win, and Denver or OKC needs to lose. But Minnesota plays Phoenix, and Phoenix is playing for something. We'll get to them later as well. Phoenix is playing for playoff positioning as well. So that is going to be in a very important game between Minnesota and Phoenix. OKC is pretty easy for they sort of have the easier path because obviously they're all tied right now. They all have the tiebreaker. So OKC essentially really just needs to win to keep the number 1 seed. But for Denver, both need to lose. And for Minnesota, they need to win. And one of the OKC and Denver needs to lose. That's their pathway for each team to get the number 1 seed. Now, like I said, Pelicans and the Suns. Pelicans are 6th right now. Suns are 7th right now. This one is probably the simplest one. Pelicans. All you guys need to do is win, and you guys get the 6th seed, and you guys don't have to be in the play-in tournament. That's it. For the Suns, the way to get out the 7th and into the 6th is they need to win, and the Pelicans need to lose. If they tie, the Suns do have the tiebreaker. So the Suns will get the 6th seed and the Pelicans will get the 7th seed. But it's very important for the Suns to win their game against Minnesota. That's their pathway to the 6th seed and potentially a matchup between Denver or OKC or Minnesota. Okay. The next one, the Warriors, the Lakers, and the Kings. Okay. The Lakers are 8th, Kings are 9th, Warriors are 10 after the Warriors actually lost to the Pelicans yesterday. Now the Lakers, this one's pretty confusing too. Bear with me, y'all. Now, if all 3 of those teams tie, the Kings actually will get the 8th seed, the Warriors the 9th seed, and the Kings the 10th seed because the Kings have the tiebreaker. They're all in the same division. They have the division tiebreaker between those guys. The Kings also have beaten the Lakers all 4 times this season. So for the Lakers, it's important for them to win, and the Warriors and the Kings to lose in order for them to get the 8th seed. The Warriors, same thing. The Warriors have the tiebreaker over the Lakers too, so it's important for It's important for the Lakers and the Kings to both lose if they want to jump 8. These guys are stuck at 8, 9, and 10. They can't go anywhere. They can't get up to 7. All 3 of these teams are stuck at 8, 9, and 10. If the Lakers are right now are 10th are 8th, they just need to win, and hopefully the Warriors and Kings lose so they can keep the 8th spot. Because remember, if all 3 of these guys have the same record, the Kings will win the tiebreaker due to division records, and they will go on the road to play in the play-in game against the Pelicans or the Suns. If you're in a 9-10 bracket, you can only get the 8th seed. If you are at a 7-8 matchup, you got 2 chances to get the 7th or the 8th seeds. Whoever's in a 9-10 bracket is going to be real tough for them because these are all 3 good teams. Even though the Warriors have struggled, they've actually played good lately. The Lakers have been playing really good the past 2 months. And the Kings, unfortunately, they've been good, but they've been sliding lately due to the fact that Kevin Huerter's out for the season and Malik Monk tore his meniscus. So it sucks for them, but they're all here now. So we'll see. I forget, the Lakers do play the Pelicans. The Warriors going to play Utah. That should be a win for them. The Kings, let me double check who they play very quickly. Let's see. The Kings are going to play the Portland Trailblazers. So that's 2 easy wins for Golden State and for Sacramento. So really, the Lakers are probably under the most pressure because the Pelicans are going to be playing for the 6th seed. So it's very important for the Lakers to win that, for sure. Last but not least, we're going to talk about the 2 to 4 seeds in the East. You have the Bucks right now who are 2nd, the Knicks right now who are 3rd, and the Cavs right now who are 4th. The Bucks is pretty simple. Win, you get the 2nd seed. For the Knicks, even if they tie with the Bucks have the tiebreaker, so they would need the Bucks to lose in order to get the 2nd seed. The Cavs, however, if they win and the Bucks and the Knicks lose, they can get the 2nd seed. The Cavs are 4. They can get to 3 or they can get to 2. The Cavs can get to 2 if all 3 of these teams have the same exact record. So you're banking on your win, but also the other team's loss. Now, New York plays the Bulls. The Bucks, as I mentioned, they play the Magic. The Magic are playing for seeding as well. And the Cavs, let me double check who they're playing because I don't know off the top of my head. They're playing Charlotte. Charlotte is pretty easy, so they should win that. But so the onus is really on the Bucks in Orlando because that's probably the most important game. The Bulls are stuck at the 9th spot. They'll play Atlanta in the play-in game, the 9-10 play-in game. So the game is not really that important for Chicago. Again, we'll see if they end up playing all their best players. They didn't yesterday. I forgot who they played yesterday. Who did they play? They played Washington. They ended up winning by 2. But they didn't play. DeRozan didn't play. I don't think Vucevic didn't play. Ayo Dosunmu didn't play. So we'll see if they play their guys tomorrow. But It should still be a relatively, I don't want to say easy win, but they should be able to win that game. Just the New York is just Jalen Brunson's playing out of his mind right now. The guy probably, you could argue, could make first team All NBA. That's how good he's been. He should be in the MVP conversation, probably either fifth or sixth, depending on if you think Tatum has had the better season. But Jalen Brunson has been phenomenal. The Knicks team, even without Julius Randle, who's out for the year with the shoulder injury, I mean they've been playing well. So I would not be surprised if the Knicks end up getting the second seed. But if the Knicks want the second seed, they're gonna need Orlando to win. And I think that's really it because they have the tiebreaker over the Cavs, I believe. So if the Knicks want the second seed, Milwaukee is going to have to lose. If Milwaukee wants the second seed, which they are still in right now, they just have to win. The Cavs is going to be a little more difficult because they need to win and the other two need to lose. A lot of different playoff implications for real. If I had to pick, I'm not sure. Because it depends on who's playing for these teams. But I listen, as a Miami fan, I have to go for Milwaukee. Because that's one of our ways to get out the play-in tournament. So if Milwaukee hopefully wins, then obviously they'll get the second seed. And Miami could have a closer shot at getting the fifth or sixth seed. I'm going to be on the NBA app. I'm going to be watching highlights, all that tomorrow. That's all I'm planning on doing tomorrow. This is a great time of year. To be honest, I've never really seen all this fluctuation between standings like this probably my entire life. Like, we've all seen seedings change throughout the regular season, especially at the end if you're fighting for playoff spots. But with the play-in tournament, it sort of made it a little bit more exciting, just due to the fact that nobody wants to be in the 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th spots. So it sort of makes for like a little more dramatic effect towards the end of the season. So that's it for me today. I should have more videos out for you. The playoffs are coming, so I'll probably do some playoff previews for all the teams. Obviously, again, I'm doing this video because we don't know what the playoff matchups are gonna be, but we'll be going over the matchups soon and give you guys my opinion on how these things are gonna work out. But thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, any and all help is very much appreciated. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.